Things rich people do not do that poor people do. We know that many of you are on your way to achieving financial success, so we wanted to put together a list of things that poor people do, which guarantees their mediocrity. Please take all of these with a grain of salt and realize these are here to make you think about your current situation and what you could do to better yourself. The thing is, whenever we do a video like this one, some people will always take offense. While you're busy bashing us in the comments, the true allocators write these down and to see if there's room for improvement in their own lives in order to make a list that's actually valuable for you guys. We've consulted with some of our own mentors and millionaire friends about some of the differences between the poor and the rich in their day-to-day lives. As always, there are plenty of exceptions to these rules. Not everyone is in control of their circumstances, but being aware of these habits and activities might give you a slight edge. And who knows, if you stop doing them, maybe you'd be closer to that goal you've been dreaming about. Here are 15 things poor people do that the rich don't. Number 1. Poor people watch TV a lot. Reality TV is a distraction that often leads to poor people wasting time on it, focusing on celebrity gossip and rich people's interests. This disconnects people from their problems and prevents them from addressing them. While some enjoy watching TV for information, it's important to consider whether it's beneficial and if TV stations are biased. Instead, use the internet to gain a global perspective and focus on personal growth. Number 2. Poor folks consume fast food. Health is really important, and many poor people have no interest in knowing what's in their food, what an actual healthy meal should look like, or barely know anything about nutrition. Poor people are blasting their brains with large quantities of sugar and fats with no nutritional value. They are actively ruining their bodies, and as an effect, they cannot perform at 100% of their potential. If you're not healthy, all aspects of your life are directly affected. You'll suffer physically, mentally, professionally, and even romantically. Number 3. Sale items and clothing are purchased by the poor. Let me put it this way, the only thing you should buy on sale are stocks. While poor people are looking to conserve or stretch the little that they have, the rich are focused on increasing their incomes. Just think about it. The clothes that end up being on sale are the ones that people who could afford to pay the full price didn't want. By buying clothes on sale, you're just making sure that you're looking exactly like someone who can't afford to pay the full price. Number 4. Poor people wake up later than wealthy people in their early years. Poor people are often lazier in their youth than the rich, as those who used their youth to grow are less likely to remain poor later in life. Focusing on growth in the early days can lead to a higher success rate later in life. People who do not wake up early and waste time on meaningless activities may end up far behind the world's needs, leading to misery. A series on inspiring people, including Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett, encourages wake up early. Number 5. Sports are a big deal to the poor. The truth is, unless you're a professional athlete or an owner of one of the teams, there's really no reason for you to watch sports. It's the same with television. It's escapism from your current reality. Think of it like this. You're putting yourself in a position where you, as an individual, have no impact on the outcome of the game. Zero impact. This behavior then sticks with you, and you end up being a spectator in life instead of being a player or an owner. And that's when you start criticizing other people, when you yourself haven't done anything better. Number 6. Showering frequency is lower in the poor than in the rich. The fact that good personal hygiene is crucial for success in service industries is a significant insight. People who lack good hygiene tend to be less successful, as people tend to trust them less and spend less time in their presence. This has ramifications in personal life, as attracting partners who don't like or want to be around you may be difficult. The first step to success is an early morning shower. Number 7. Poor people attribute their bad luck to other people. Many people blame other factors for their lack of success, but 99% of their life is in their hands. They are in charge of their relationships, health, and life. Life is not about what happens to us, but how we react to it. The poor victimize themselves, while the rich study and learn from bad experiences. The poor assume the position of vulnerable victim, while the rich use it as a growth point. Number 8. People in poverty don't save money. The difference between poor and rich individuals lies in their readiness for future situations. The rich have money set aside for growth, allowing them to solve problems and resume their lives. Poor individuals may liquidate assets or take out loans, leaving them in the same position with their savings. Conversely, those with money set aside have the opportunity to expand their lives, while the poor cannot afford to fully capitalize on these opportunities. This leads to the rich becoming richer and the poor becoming poorer. Number 9. Poor people use credit cards or borrow money for frivolous purposes. The use of credit varies between the rich and poor. It's essential to only use credit for investments, not for non-investment purposes. For example, don't borrow money for a large TV or a new iPhone unless you're flipping it for profit or developing an app. Instead, earn the money and spend it, as this will help you maintain financial stability. Number 10. Poor people have more children at a younger age. Raising a child in developed countries can cost around $250,000 due to lack of education, poor environment, and other factors. Poor people have more children and have them at a younger age than their rich counterparts. The rich wait for years to improve living standards to ensure the right environment for their child to flourish, while the poor continue with their child, struggling to survive and achieving progress beyond barely surviving. Number 11. Poor people do not visit their doctors on a regular basis. We've touched on the importance of health in the past, but this is an especially important point. Poor people do not get themselves checked regularly. Let's say by mere chance you end up having a difficult disease, let's say cancer. If you do regular checkups, you'll discover it in early stages, making the treatment possible at a lower cost. If, on the other hand, you neglect to do so, you might discover it only when it's too late. It will cost both you and your entire family a fortune. And no matter how much money you have, you might still lose your life. Number 12. People in poverty spend their money before they receive it. One of the biggest dangers in life is spending money before you have it. The second you start borrowing money or acquiring expenses before you're able to pay them, your life starts to spiral down. If you don't have money for something that you're willing to part with without affecting your life, then you can't afford it. Go back to work and then get it. Number 13. Poor people associate with other poor people. True allocators understand that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend time with most. People often stay poor by affiliating themselves with others who reinforce their beliefs. To succeed, you need people who inspire you and push you further. If you're still with the same people from your youth, step away and move on to something better. Don't let others crush your potential by wishing for better lives and ensuring you suffer the same fate. Number 14. Poor people never act on their ideas or potential. The only thing you can control is the hours you dedicate to your dreams. Every person has 24 hours per day, and some dedicate more than others. By dedicating yourself to learning and implementing your passions, you can achieve success. 9 out of 10 businesses fail in their first 3 years, and many fail because they never got started. To succeed, work on your idea, seek feedback, improve it, and launch it repeatedly. For example, it took us 3 years to create videos on YouTube. Number 15. Poor people believe that others should assist them in reaching their goals. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody does. Believe it or not, you're in this by yourself. You are in charge of what happens in your life. The thing is, everyone believes when they're young that the world rewards the best of the best, those who never quit, learn, adapt, and understand that nobody will solve their problems for them. face challenges head-on, and you might meet people who share your journey. This video may help you in your journey and encourages you to share it with those who are guilty of certain 15 things. Share your own experiences and ideas in the comments. Poor people tend to be more religious than rich people, as successful people rely on their own forces for their well-being, while poor people hope for a mythical force to reward good deeds. Presidents and CEOs like Mark Zuckerberg are not religious, despite occasionally mentioning God in their speeches. To prove their religious beliefs, individuals can share their dessers in the comments section, ensuring accountability for their actions. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on another one.